Hello and welcome to the stream on the 28th of March 2016. Today we've got Aaron, Brendan, and special guest Robert from 5MadMovieMakers. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Brendan, there you go, Brendan is there. He is there, don't worry about it, guys.
Nice, Brendan.
So we're going to start.
On point, as always.
We're going to jump into doing the few live stream updates. So if you haven't already seen, the banner has changed. I don't know whether you like the banner or not, the new one. You can leave your opinions in the comments if you're watching this later, or if you're watching this live, then please put in the chat whether you actually like the banner changes. What do you guys think of it?
I think it's
Well,
pretty
I
slick.
actually
It's
don't
cool.
know what the other one looked like. So
Can't remember what it was. Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Was it just white and blue?
Well, I never go to someone's channel just to check out the banner. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like white and blue. They had two images on the side, but there wasn't a big one. New banner is nice. All right, call it creative. Nice. All right. So secondly, let me just load up my document. Secondly, for the last live stream, the Smiler live stream, my friend made some highlights of it. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you have, again, leave your comments to whether you actually like the live stream highlights, you'd like to see more. If not, just say that you wouldn't like to see more. Guys, again, thoughts?
I really liked that. It was kind of funny to revisit because I got to the live stream like 30 minutes late last week, so it was super funny to hear people's response to the trivia questions.
Yeah. Oh no, the best bit was when Jack and Brendan were just trying to name theme parks and just literally spent 20 minutes trying to think of the next one.
Busch Gardens, the one in Florida.
Yeah.
Chesterfield World of Adventures.
My favourite one was the one with Cumber, because that's all I know about Bush Guy.
Yeah, the one with Cumber. And finally, updates wise, what day is it? So it's Monday today. So in a week and 1 day, I will be visiting the first theme park of the year for me, and that is Alton Towers. So if you would like to, keep in the loop, follow me on Twitter, and I'll post some updates about stuff at Alton Towers. And I also plan to make a video. So when I go to Alton Towers, I plan on recording a decent amount of footage and creating some sort of montage video just to show off Alton Towers in its glory, as it were. But in
It'll be
a
like 90% Smiler, but okay.
what was that? Sorry, Brendan.
It'll be like 90% Smiler.
Yeah. We're just gonna spend the day at the Smiler essentially, but so I'm gonna be making a general montage video. It should be maybe 3 to 5 minutes long, showing off the park, all the bits of the park. There won't be a vlog, but there may be a behind the scenes. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to be. Essentially, I'm going to record footage, mess about with it, see what it turns out to be like, and then upload if it's any good. So we'll see. So yeah, you can maybe expect that in the future. Other than that, there's no real updates aside from the camera that isn't actually a toaster anymore. So yeah, happy days.
We got to come up with the nickname for your new camera.
Yeah, we do. So as you can just see, I transitioned into this lovely screen where instead of you guys watching a blank live stream, a blank editing page, you can watch me. Big, because you love it, apparently.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Well, Aaron, me and you already messed around with that anyway, so.
Yeah, true.
Right, let's go with the comments. You coming to America anytime this year? Unfortunately not. I'd love to, but it's expensive. Should I go to Heidi Park this week? It's 5 hours traveling on train, but I really want to go. Aaron.
Well, Heidi Park's an awesome park.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you have the time for it, I'd definitely do it.
Yeah.
But at this time, most people have like exams and tests, so I'm not sure if it's like the right time to go.
Not stopping us from going to Alton Towers, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not 5 hours of
no,
traveling.
that's true. It's only that one. Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's difficult to spend 10 hours on one day traveling and then also spending time in the park, so you're gonna have to go for 2 days. Or it's gonna be a long, long day.
Yeah. Have you seen the ride times for Alton? There have been 10 minutes for the Smiler. Yes, Tom, I have been keeping up with the ride times. It seems like Galactica is taking a large portion of the queues. So it means that me and Brendan can ride the Smiler a lot. Happily. Can't we, Brendan? Take that.
Yeah, and then I'll prove that it's not quite as good as a certain coaster in Sweden.
Yes.
What? What
Brendan-
coaster is that?
Brendan's a fanboy of Helix.
Oh,
Being old
okay.
fanboy. Only because Brendan hasn't
Oh.
ridden any other good coasters. Well, Helix compared to any other roller coaster Brendan's rode is like God, essentially.
It still looks pretty cool.
No, it
From
is.
the
I'm not
videos,
saying it's. I'm not. It is a very good coaster, but Brendan's just rode terrible rides. So compared to those, it's really, really, really good.
Oh, okay.
Helix is really, really good compared to many roller
That
coasters.
is true. That is true. But we'll see. Brendan will get to ride some actual decent coasters.
That's good.
Yeah. Thoughts on VR coming to a lot of coasters this year? I think it's
Get hype.
it's good in a way because I think that the VR being optional gives people the chance to experience it if they want to. But you know, I think that it is just going to be a phase. In like 2-3 years, everyone's going to go, "Oh, that was good," but yeah, let's not do it again. Unless the technology really takes off, I think it's going to be a phase. What about you guys?
I think it sounds cool, but the one thing I don't understand is the interactivity, like the shoot the targets while you're going.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that doesn't make sense. That's silly.
I don't understand that. Because
Um,
everyone's trying to make these like new interactive rides, and it's
Yeah.
like it's a roller coaster. Like if I wanted to stay home and play a video game, I'd do that. You know?
Yeah, I think it'll make a lot of money in the opening stages of like Galactica or whatever, and then everybody's gonna put it on every roller coaster, and then it's not gonna be profitable then, and
I
then it'll
don't-
just go fade away.
I don't think we'll see it on every ride, but I do. I think we'll see it in some forms and quite a few different parks, but then, as I said, I think it will start to fade away. I think it's just a one-off thing, but we'll see. My thoughts on Galactica. Galactica itself, with the whole retheme, has made Air actually better. So I haven't ridden the VR yet, and people say that the VR experience is kind of love or hate. So a lot of people really, really like it, and a lot of people dislike it. But as a whole, because they spent money retheming Air, they improved the shop, they improved the queue, they improved the station, they improved just the overall theme of it. So Galactica, big thumbs up for me because it just gave Air a bit more of life, really, a new life with a better theme, and it feels more in place now than it used to. Very excited to ride it though.
I do think the VR did like drastically decrease the throughput.
Oh no, it has.
Since
It's the throughput is probably about a third of what it was. So
Yeah,
I think they're estimating that it's gone from 1,500 to about 500 riders per hour.
yeah, that's
Oof.
pretty terrible.
Yeah, it
Wow.
is. But well, we'll see. Obviously, it's a new thing, so all the staff are they got to get used to it. So we could see throughputs pick up when, after a while of being in operation, the staff could get better and people running the ride could get faster. We'll see.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's the staff. I think it's just the guests
yeah,
making it difficult for the staff.
It could
It's
be.
not really something you can train too much.
I'll tell you when I go on it. I'll tell you what the experience is like. It seems that they have been stacking trains sometimes. I mean, sometimes they're running 3 trains, sometimes they're running 2. But reports have been that sometimes the third train is waiting to go into the station for a couple of minutes. So I think it is just about people getting the process streamlined, and then once it is streamlined, we'll see the throughput increase. How long does it take to make videos? Too long. All right, Dom. So with the videos, it is I'd say a 4-part process. So the first part is the script, the second part is the audio, the third part is the video, and the fourth part is putting it on YouTube. So the script, depending on what ride it is, can take anywhere between 2 hours to 4 hours. It depends how fast I do it. But if I know the ride well, obviously it's going to take less time. But if I hardly know the ride, I do quite a lot of research into it. Sometimes depends. I do get things wrong, don't I, Aaron?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and then recording the audio takes between half an hour and an hour, depending on how well I record it. The video it all depends on what it is. But the video can take anywhere between 2 hours to 4 again, and then putting it on YouTube is a good half an hour to, set up all the thumbnail and make stuff like that. So what? We'll say 5 hours minimum of work, and then it can go above 10 depending on how big it is to do. But yeah, a decent chunk of time.
Someone also asked what editing program you use.
Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro. How far am I behind? Very far behind.
Yeah,
Oops.
very far. But it's
People are
just some
commenting like crazy.
Yeah.
It's just about some sarcasm about manufacturers.
Yeah, I can see that now. Arrow is the most improved manufacturer. Who doesn't love riding Arrow? Robert, you love Arrow, don't you?
I still love Arrow. Arrow's probably like my favorite of all time.
Nah, the closest I've ridden from Arrow, I can't say that.
Well, which ones have you ridden?
Just the big one. What Arrow coasters are there in the UK? Or were there? I think.
I mean, Vampire is kinda Arrow.
Oh yeah, no, it is, but
it has B&M track and Vekoma train, so I don't know what you would call it.
B&M track.
I'm pretty sure it does.
It just has Vekoma trains.
I think B&M improved the track on that.
Really?
I think they did. I believe they did.
Vampire Chessington World of Adventures. I don't think they did. Come on. Why would B&M do that?
Wait, is it a suspended roller coaster?
Yeah, it is. But they
Okay.
Yeah.
They got new trains by Vekoma. The inverted style ones, that hang below the track and you sit in rows of two.
Oh, right.
The ones that look less stupid, essentially, because the other ones look like you're sitting in baths or just like little tubs.
Yeah, those look silly.
Yeah, really do.
But they do
like-
seem, or it does look like they swing better than these do.
Yeah, it's true.
But that may also just be because this one is a little bit more family oriented.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Robert?
I was just gonna say that, like, I don't know. I love those. The tub things are fun because you don't have like any seatbelt or anything besides. You just one over the shoulder restraint, and then you're kind of in this little thing by yourself. But
Yeah.
it was super fun. Like on Ninja, it's still pretty fun. And I got to ride Big Bad Wolf a few times before they closed that, and that was just awesome. It was a total blast.
Yeah, that drop.
But I can't compare it to the new cars, so I don't know.
Brendan's impressed with the lack of trolling. Would a B&M family invert be a good replacement for Vampire?
I think a Vekoma invert would be good as well.
Yeah. A big old SLC.
No, not an SLC, just a Vekoma family invert.
Yeah. Could be. I don't know. I'm not really that familiar with Chessington. I've never been myself. As a kid, I used to go to Legoland Windsor a lot. Never really been to Chessington. Or Chesterfield, as it is.
Chesterfields of Adventure.
Yeah. Vekoma or Arrow? I'd say Vekoma.
Arrow.
I'd say Arrow because of the history, but
No,
Vekoma for rides.
Yeah, Vekoma because they do make better rides. At least they've started to learn how to make, decent rides. Sorry.
Well, like they've been around longer. Like Arrow went bankrupt, like 14
true.
years ago, so they
True.
didn't have the chance.
Yeah, that's not my problem, though. Is it?
Yeah, but like for overall value in the roller coaster world, I'd say Arrow, but for just rides, I'd say Vekoma.
Yeah.
Just because of that. That documentary says it all. I don't know if Robert's seen it.
I
haven't
did.
yet
I
to
actually
see it.
watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm yet to see it, boys. I haven't had the time. Terrible.
It's pretty great. But the funny thing about the documentary is they did kind of brush Vekoma to the side because they're like Vekoma like took Arrow's track design and just ran with it. But apparently, reading some of the comments, it's a little bit one-sided on that.
Yeah. I think that's what
Because
you get though.
Arrow and Vekoma, they worked together for years, I guess. So
I think documentaries are often very one-sided. Sometimes by
Yeah.
accident though, but they do.
Oh, yeah.
They often get one-sided. And you got to take everything with a pinch of salt, really, haven't you? Sometimes you have
Yeah.
to. You can't always trust what people say directly.
But the one thing I loved about the documentary was learning more about how involved Arrow was with the Disneyland rides, like when
Yeah.
they first opened, just the small like Fantasyland rides like Casey Jr. and Dumbo. That Arrow pretty much made all those from scratch, and obviously Matterhorn bobsleds is now their most famous ride at Disneyland.
Yeah.
But it was super cool because it's like those are kind of the classic rides that I never really thought about who built them,
Yeah.
but it's cool. But I'm a big fan of the Aero hypers. Like I love Desperado in Las Vegas, and I love Magnum XL just because they make you feel like you're gonna fly out of them. You know, that's my favorite.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just the only Arrow coaster we've got is a big old monorail, as I've said before. So it's not really, it's not really worth the ride. But it's worth the ride, but
Yeah.
it's just boring and slow after the first drop.
Hmm.
What do you think, Aaron? Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, I'm gone. No, I'm focusing on the chat.
Oh.
Oh, I haven't been watching the chat.
Yeah,
my God.
Coasterbot, can you please stop just only English, please? I know that you and Aaron love to have conversations, but yeah, just English. Oblivion, the Black Hole, or Crake? I'd go with Oblivion, the Black Hole because it's got a better layout. I mean, the theming on both of them is very good. Yeah, but I'd go Oblivion, the Black Hole just because of that layout. I'd say is a bit more interesting, especially the little helix thing they got going on. Good companies don't go bankrupt, just like good cities don't go bankrupt. Okay.
Oh, well, you know what? They were trying to make X, and that was the first 4D coaster ever. And it's like, if you're going to go out, you go out in style,
Yeah,
and that's what they did.
B&M have made a lot of, new models for coasters, and they didn't go bankrupt.
That's true, but it's like, it's just either above the track or below the track or on the side of the track or standing up
Yeah, but
on the track.
all
and it
X's
wasn't-
is just on the side of the track, really, isn't
But
it?
the rotating rail, the inner rail to control
Yeah.
which the seats are up or down is that's awesome.
Yeah, but they still went bankrupt, so it can't have been that good. Well,
But they got some of the people went to work with SNS, and in the
Yeah.
documentary, you see
No,
one of the guys
they
is
bought
now
them out.
working with,
SNS.
now one of
bought
the guys is working with RMC, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So they're still floating around.
So my favorite YouTube channel. I can't really say one, but I think my favorite YouTube channels are like all of the informative channels, such as CGP Grey or SciShow or stuff like that, or In a Nutshell. I do enjoy watching those kind of videos and learning about the world or just science in general. Like you two, 3. Brendan is still there, just not really.
I watch so many YouTube videos. I don't think I really have a favorite type of video, honestly. I watch all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, for me, as far as informative goes, I love Smarter Every Day and
Yeah.
Veritasium.
Stuff like
They're
that.
great.
Agreeing with Robert here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And Vsauce and all that.
yeah,
yeah.
Vsauce and just all
And
of the
obviously, we all know what Harry's favourite
CGP, of course.
channel is. Yeah.
Good old CG.
I like CGP when he uploads videos. that
Yeah,
is.
when he uploads videos, it's quite
like-
good.
Once every 10 years.
Yeah, but they're very good quality, are they not?
Yeah. There was
I mean,
one
it's
that I
kind
saw
it's kind of
recently.
Coasterbot as well. Not too often, but all the videos are high quality.
Thanks, Aaron.
Is Harry CGP Grey? Do we know?
No, unfortunately not. I'd love to be, but you know, I don't have the voice for it. It's not as nice.
There was a video I saw recently that was all about the history of Japan, and it wasn't CGP Grey, but it was a different video, but it was a 10-minute long video, and it was edited to be really kind of fun, but it was super informative at the same time, and I don't know where I could find it.
Type in Japan
cool.
explained. There you go.
History of
I
Japan.
like those riddle videos as well.
Riddle
Personally.
videos.
Yeah, the ones where it's like, can you solve this riddle?
What?
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah,
That sounds
I
awesome.
think they're pretty cool. I can never do it, but you know.
So do you have to like pause the video and like think about it, or?
Yeah, you get to pause it, but yeah, it's. I think it just kind of helps you think about things in a different way. So it's good to watch those sorts of things.
Got it.
And how you remember that video I showed you yesterday?
oh, what? Grey
About
Day under
English
A.
Yeah, about the English
Dude,
alphabet.
I've been watching too many of his videos now. You got
I know, they're so good, aren't they?
Yeah, I got me hooked. They're hilarious.
The first time I ever watched one, I like turned it. I turned it off after like a minute
Brendan.
because I thought it was kind of weird. Oops, sorry. I turned it off after like a minute because it just kind of looked, like terrible quality. But then I watched one the whole way through, and I was like, oh well, that was really clever and really funny. So
Yeah,
And
no,
I said-
they are good. Good observations. So, do you think RMC will be as dependable as they are now in 20 years? I'm unsure. I don't know if they'll still be around in 20 years or people will still be wanting to buy rides off them in 20 years. But I think they're too new to try and gauge how they're going to do. Because they only came about, what, 2011-ish? I can't remember. So yeah, I think they don't really have enough history to guess. They could go on to do great things, or they could go on to fizzle out. Just unsure. Do you have any tips for people that are starting YouTube? I'm gonna throw this over to Robert, because Robert's a very successful guy.
Oh, wait, so repeat the question.
Do you have Do you have any tips for people that are just starting YouTube?
Well, I think maybe if you make your first few videos, like just make stuff that even if you didn't upload it, you'd be really happy with yourself. And so think about what would make what you would want to see in a video, and then make that instead of trying to see what's popular right now, or because chances if you want to see it, someone else will want to see it. But then also check and make sure that you're not doing the same thing as other people. Like if there's another channel that's already doing a certain type of video, then don't just try and copy that because they've already done it, I guess. But then here's a different thing between our channels is that your channel is you've got a lot of description and information. It's very informative, and there's a lot of the informative YouTube channels, but the audience on YouTube is also worldwide, and so if people don't speak English, maybe try and make videos without. Just if people are just starting out, you could also try and make videos without commentary and try and just make it visually exciting or fun, which is tricky to do, I guess. But there's some advice.
Yeah, I think it's also as you know said, I think it's all about being original and different. You want to make stuff that other people don't really make, because that's where to go, really, isn't it? Everyone, I mean, the market for like gaming content is saturated beyond just completely saturated. So if you want to be noticed, you need to do stuff that other people don't do. Especially now in 2016, YouTube is just very difficult to get into. See you, Silver Cipher.
And with that, you also got to try to like get your content out there, try to like what you did, just get into contact with some bigger YouTubers just to get some more recognition, because with how large YouTube is nowadays, it's just so difficult to like have your videos
Yeah, it's very true.
to make them popular.
I think as long as you upload videos regularly to a high standard, to a high quality, people will watch them. It's just about, don't give up. Just continue making these videos as good as you can, and just don't let the standards slip. Essentially, just keep making very good videos, and people will find your channel eventually.
Right.
But as I was pointing out to Aaron earlier, it seems like some people get lucky and make very awful content, but still manage to find all of these thousands of subscribers by making terrible content. And I just hate it.
Yeah, well, it's the internet, is that, stupid people could get attention for a short amount of times, but just try and think of like if your content's going to be up, like on YouTube, it's not just the first week or so that matters. It's like, no, it's going to be up there anytime and people can always go back. So
Yeah.
You don't have to get discouraged if someone else is being more successful in a shorter amount of time.
YouTube is very, I think time is the key to YouTube. Often you'll upload a video and something might not happen for the whole of its first year, and then it could just go and take off.
Yeah.
So it's all about just keep producing great videos, and then at some point they'll take off. MC Hub, I'm trying to answer questions. There's a lot of questions, and we're going quite in depth with the questions. So I'm a jerk. That wasn't pointed at reaction channels. It was pointed at every channel who makes bad content, essentially, because there are a lot of channels that put out crap, frankly, and they get lots of views, and it's not fair. It's just not fair.
I have to admit, some of the YouTube channels I've been loving recently, they do the studio filmmaker videos where they're all computer animated, and they put a lot of time and work into them, actually. Some of them are pretty great, but
Yeah.
then there are people that do garbage animations that get more views just because it's a popular genre or TV show or something.
Yeah. Brendan 2016 make Coasterbot great again. Brendan, are you starting starting a cult to go against me? Brendan's trying to rally all the troops to overtake the channel. Overthrow.
It's a mutiny.
Yeah, it is.
You can't stop democracy, Harry. You can't stop it, Brendan.
Tom Wilson, how would I use After Effects in a montage style video though? What kind of things am I gonna do? It's not like, gaming montages where I can zoom in and, make the screen shake. I'm not gonna do that for roller coasters, am I?
MLG.
Yeah, exactly. So what kind of stuff can I put in? Thanks, Trophy. So for everyone who has seen the last live stream highlights, Tralfy is the guy who edited them. So everyone in the chat, if you have seen it, please say thanks to Tralfy for being a great guy and producing a quality video for me. Brendan, hashtag Brendan bot. I'll join Brendan. Jesus. Brendan bot for leader. Oh man. Oh, I like that, Aaron. If his cult grows big enough, maybe he can get a decent mic. That's a good one. I'm trying to put a travel ban on people with brown eyes. Brendan, what is wrong with you? It's just funny how many people misspelled Tralsy. Oh my god.
I think I spelled it right. I think. Not TH.
No, yeah, you got it. Yeah, not TH,
Okay.
not TH.
Excellent.
So it's Tom. I did a. So Rob, I'm going to ask you some questions about your channel. So
Sure.
if people don't know, Robert is from 5MadMovieMakers, who makes very good videos on marble runs and kind of like the Lego train track stuff and that kind of thing, don't you? That's me.
Yeah, toy roller coasters, I guess. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what I define. Toy roller coasters and some stop motion.
So if you have any questions for Robert, please leave them in the chat. But my first question is, how long does it take you to produce a video? In general.
Well, usually if I want to build a really good track setup, I mean, physically building it with all the toys and pieces will take about, I don't know, 2 to 3 days. Just working on it several hours a day. And so that's the first part of the process. And then the editing actually usually takes me longer because I just like to let footage sit a bit and then I go back and try and shorten up, because right after you shoot a video, you're always kind of attached to all the footage. You're like, oh, this is a great shot, I should put that in. This is also a great shot. But if you let it sit for a while, you can really, like, you say, oh, I actually don't need that. That's actually really boring. And you can cut maybe a 3-minute video down to a minute or so, which is important, that you don't have any content that doesn't need to be there. And then, editing could just take anywhere from a day or two. So, I mean, if I was really working hard, I could do a video in a week. But here's a question in the live stream. Is there 5 people or just you making videos? Well, I named the channel after my siblings, so there's 5 of us. And so, but my 2 sisters, we would always joke that they didn't always help out with the video, so we said it was our cousin and our dog that were the other 2 Mad Movie Makers. So. There you go.
Like, do you use just your room, or do those tracks go through like the whole house?
Well, we've used a lot of different houses before. It's not just my place. Sometimes I build them at school, like when I was at college, I built them in the dorms. But I try and go outside and do a lot of different settings, like we would do them at the beach or in the snow, or do roller coasters through the forest, because having that extra scenery for a miniature toy makes it cool. Because if you look through YouTube, most of the other videos of marble tracks or Lego roller coasters are either at some convention inside or in someone's basement and the lighting's kind of poor. And so you try and have to add an extra element to it. And I think people really like seeing the kids' toys like Legos out in the real world, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I just put up one today, this morning. If you want to go check it out, it's called Huge Marble Run. And we did it from the top of a house. Yeah, I know.
all that clickbait.
All the clickbait, but it's like it's pretty long, it takes like a minute to get through, and that's
huge marble run gone sexual. That's what you should do. Everyone
gone wrong.
Yeah, gone wrong.
Right.
Yeah, pranked.
Epic prank.
So someone talked about the list, and as many of you probably know that I often refer to the list if you ask me a request. And the list is a real thing. I do write down all of your suggestions in a huge list, and I will show you said list now. It is it is very big.
Oh, I can join again! Yay!
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it so only the list is showing. There you go, that's better.
I think everyone on the live stream is calling me a sellout for my clickbait title.
Yeah, no, they like calling people
probably.
Sellouts. That's a thing that they like doing.
But like, no one's gonna click on like small, decent, medium-sized marble track,
Slightly like good marble track, or
decent-ish.
Yeah. Somewhat good quality marble run. So here's the list, as it were, and I mean there's a lot of categories that me and Aaron have put together. But the undefined is mainly where all the rides go, and there's a big old list of undefined, all in. Well, they should be in order of alphabet. Let me just do them.
Yeah, but I added some last stream.
There we go. But yeah, there's a long list of different rides. Over on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the rides that I plan to do in the future, or the upcoming ones, essentially. But I'm not going to show you that, unfortunately, because they are often very subject to being changed, and I don't want you to get your hopes up about what ones you'll see in the very near, quote-unquote, future. But yeah, if there's any that you haven't seen on the list, add it. Tell me now, and I'll add it to the list as while we're doing it. And Zora had a great question, which was, when did you get the idea for making Coasterbot style videos? Essentially, last year I really got into watching YouTube roller coaster YouTube videos. So you know, I was watching a lot of them, and I still do now. But looking at the entirety of the collection of roller coaster videos on YouTube, I saw that they were either, you know, off-ride footage, POVs, they were people's opinions, like lists of people's opinions, and they're all that kind of stuff, or vlogs.
Top 10.
Yeah, exactly. But all of the top 10s, most of the time, based on people's opinion. So I thought, I don't want to do an opinionated thing because people usually dislike your opinion. So I thought I wanted to make roller coaster videos because I was interested in doing it. But I thought I'd make them factual. And you know, the first one I did Nemesis at Alton Towers, which is one of my favourite rides. And I just created a video just to explain it, really, just to say, you know, how tall it was, how long it was, because I had seen those type of videos before, but they were awful. As in, like, literally, it was a POV, then some text would come up showing, you know, a list, like while it was on the chain, you'd see a list of figures saying how tall it was, how fast it went, how long it was, and it just wasn't a very good experience to watch. So I thought, I'll make a better quality version of this that is just more interesting, better footage, just higher quality. And as of then, I've been producing these videos and expanding into different things, like the theme parks explained, and I've got more explained videos coming up in the future of different things, so look out for them. But yeah, if you ever have any ideas of what videos you'd like me to see produce, please do comment it. For example, some people have commented that they'd like to see manufacturers explained, which is a very, very, very good suggestion. I just need time, and I will do that at some point. I will do the manufacturers. But yeah. Harry, do you recommend any big coaster YouTubers I can collab with? Coaster Cola, it depends what kind of YouTube videos you make. But you want to make ones, you want to collab with someone where you can give something, you want to be able to, for the collab to be beneficial to both parties. Like me and Coaster Studios, me and Taylor from Coaster Studios, he provides all the footage for the video. So I make the script and record the audio, send it to him, he does all the video, send it back to me, I do all the text and the stuff that comes up on the screen on top of the video, and then we're done. But we each get a video out of it, and we each put somewhat equal amounts of effort into it. And he gives me something that I can't offer, and I offer him something that he can't produce. So then we're both benefiting from it, essentially, and that's the point. So find someone that you can benefit with. Yeah. Travis, all of the odd videos that I saw about roller coasters were movie maker style edits where, you know, there was massive black lines down the side of the video, and it was just awful. Yeah, they were all like that. So
slideshows.
Yeah, essentially. Where's OBS gone? Yeah. You're like the video version of Roller Coaster Database. Zora, that is what something I aspire to be. I aspire to be a bank of knowledge. You need to do UK coaster parodies. Tom, I'm not really into the parody game, so you have to ask Taylor for that. Tell Taylor to do some UK roller coasters. Should have got a B&M. Yes, every park should have got a B&M.
Is that sorry, who thinks that B&M is their favorite manufacturer? I'm just wondering.
Aaron, thanks for adding these to the list. B&M is my favorite manufacturer. I have to admit.
Oh, okay.
I'd say Intamin.
High quality rides that always have a good throughput. Always, they're reliable.
Yeah, just
They're a bit
like
more expensive.
Galactica.
They're a bit more expensive. Hey, that's different. They're a bit more expensive, but
how's that different? It's
quality.
still a B&M.
No, but it's not the B&M's fault, is it? It's Alton Towers putting all of these on, all of the VR on. But you've got to think, B&M, right? Every single coaster built by B&M is still standing, bar the exception of Hulk that have been retracked for some reason. I don't know why they retracted it. And I think there was another one, but I can't remember what it was. But like all of the B&M roller coasters are still standing today. You don't get that, do you? You don't get that. Not many manufacturers can say, "Oh yeah, every ride I've produced is still there." So
That's impressive. Yeah.
it really is. So B&M are just quality all around quality. I'm yet to experience a Mac, but I'm sure they would make the list. And when I do go on a Mac, I will let you know. Robert, that makes me sick. You saying Aro's the best? That makes me sick. Physically.
Well, just as far as ride experience and
Oh,
the progress they made for the industry.
Yeah, no,
alright,
I'm
I'll
not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. It doesn't matter. We're talking about
how
rides,
long
quality rides as of now. The best quality rides that Arrows make aren't very good quality compared to now standards. You could obviously they don't exist now, and that could be reason why. But yeah. You should make something about the new prototypes, like the T-Rex tracks from Rocky Mountain Construction, or the wing bike trains from can't say that name because I can't pronounce words. I'd love to make prototype videos. It's just that there's not a lot of footage on prototypes. Same with rides that are currently in construction. Usually there's a lack of information and a lack of footage, and I don't want to produce a video where I don't want to produce a video where it's me blabbing for like 3 minutes with very little information, and I don't want to produce a video where there's very little quality footage. That's just not what I'm about. So yeah, I just what Mac have been on, Aaron?
Runaway Mine Train.
Oh yeah, but that's not a
It's a Mac.
It's not a
Mac.
thrill ride. It's decent. It's decent. It's got some good forces on it, I must admit.
Have you been on Avalanche?
Yes.
That's also a Mac.
Yeah, but I don't like that. It's rubbish. They're not really that
It's
interesting.
still a Mac, and you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
you've
but-
never been on one.
Okay, I've never been on a Mac Mega Coaster or a Mac Launch Coaster. There we go. You know what I meant. I meant a proper Mac, a proper thrill ride, not just kiddie rides, as it were. Thanks for correcting me, Darren. See you, Venom. Is Venom going? Yeah. Bye. But he hasn't. He's Brendan. You really fanboy about that. Really fanboy. But guys, I will be riding a Mac Mega Coaster, or a Mac Launch Coaster, I should say, in the near future.
Which
Still
one?
only one day though.
Shh, I'll still ride it. Blue Fire. I will be
Oh,
riding
right,
Blue
okay.
Fire, and it will be great.
It will be great.
Yeah, but I've never been on Charlie and Chocolate Factory, I'm afraid, because I'm not wasting my time going on that. You two are literally Helix fanboys. Jeez.
Yes, I'm not ashamed.
You're a
Not-
West Midlands Safari Park fanboy.
Yeah, you got me. I do love West Midlands Safari Park. I mean, there's quality attractions there.
The good old Buffalo ride.
It's not even Buffalo, mate. It's like the Rhino ride. Come on.
Oh
get
yeah,
your head in the
Rhino.
game.
Yeah, that's right.
Get your head in the game.
There's a lion one as well, and there's a. Oh no, I can't remember anything else. Jesus, that was terrible.
Flying Aces or
That's
Sky
right.
Rush? I'd say Sky Rush. Flying Aces looks a bit boring. I'm
But
afraid.
Skyrush sounds too painful.
Does it? Oh yeah, people. Yeah. Nah, I don't really care about pain.
I think Flying Aces, but I think I'd have to experience the pain for myself to really give a
Yeah.
good opinion.
Yeah. So thoughts on Galactica? We've mentioned this before, but we'll quickly gloss over it. I think I haven't yet experienced the VR. I will be experiencing the VR on the 5th of April, so in 8 days' time. So follow me on Twitter at Coasterbot and I will keep you updated about my opinions of it. So as soon as I come off it, I'll be like either 10 out of 10 would ride again, or 0 out of 10 won't ride again. But I think the re-theme as a whole, Galactica is definitely a big improvement on Air, because of the entire re-theme has made Air a better themed ride in general, and it fits where it is better now than it did before. So even if VR disappears in the future, Galactica is still better than Air. So I'm glad they did it. Hello Laurie. Hello from the UK.
I think it's time for me to go again.
Oh, Aaron.
Yes,
We're
I
only
know.
50 minutes in because the stream bugged out for so long.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Well, enjoy the rest of the stream, and I'll
Yep.
talk to you later.
Yep. See you, Aaron. Everyone say
Bye.
bye to Aaron.
Bye, Aaron.
Bye, Aaron.
Hello, lad 5000.
Aaron is gone. Anyway, Brendan,
I
you've
have
got to take his place.
suspicions right now.
You've got to take his place now. So, lad
As
5000.
mod.
Oh, well, no, as in talker. I mean, you don't really talk, do you?
Oh.
And all of that, like, what, TV in the background. So 10 out of 10 quality.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I mute.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
can't
God.
hear it because it's cut off sometimes. Like now, they can't hear that.
I can hear it now.
You can, Robert, but I've made it so the stream can't. It cuts off.
Oh.
If the audio isn't loud enough, it just cuts straight entirely. Everyone, for next time, Aaron is spelt with one A. Sorry. Lad 5000, are you mates with Tom Wilson? Me and Aaron had a test stream on Friday where we were just testing the new webcam and some graphics I made. And we did invite one lucky person onto the Skype call to talk with us for 10 minutes, and that was Tom Wilson. Whoa, lad, what is wrong with you? Please, calm down. Don't insult Brendan, #bestmod. I think, guys, we need to have a poll for the best mods, don't you, Brendan? Like,
Yeah, straw poll.
Who's the best mod? Shall I make one?
Yeah, put
Right.
it in the description.
No, I'll send it in chat. So guys, he wasn't lucky. That's very nice. So I'm going to make a straw poll, and in the straw poll, you'll be able to vote who you think is the best mod. I will not be on the straw poll because I don't really mod.
So we've got Aron and Brendan. Is that it?
There's also Jack. Jack, if you don't know, was the guy who battled Brendan in the Coaster Quiz. We do plan to do a Coaster Quiz in the future, which will be the winner of the last one. So Jack versus a new person, a new contender, and we will do that in the future. So don't worry about it. Hello, Coaster Connection. Coasterbot mod. There we go. Create poll. Straw poll has been created. And answer. There we go, everyone. Click the link, answer the straw poll. I'm going to answer it. So if you quickly refresh, you can see what I answered. Oh, someone's already voted for Brendan, which is probably Brendan. Brendan shouldn't be
I haven't yet.
in a straw poll, as he is the rightful Coasterbot. Whoa, Brendan is taking the lead, but Aaron is slowly behind the rear. I'm going to show this off in the actual stream so that people can watch.
5 and 3. Man, I feel sorry for Jack.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, but Jack's only been on once, so
Oh.
I think everyone is voting for Brendan because Jack isn't actually in the chat. Thanks, Brendan.
Lad has
Yeah, I saw.
has earned himself a ban.
I saw.
We were going so well.
Were. So it looks like Brendan's taken the lead. Oh no, we got another vote for Aaron. It is now 5-4.
Oh,
One more vote and we'll be neck and neck.
they break even.
Robert, have you voted?
I did. I did vote, and I'm not going to say who because that's democracy.
I know who I voted for. Everyone vote. I'll send the link out again just in case you missed it. Oh, it's
I'm
right there.
assuming you voted for Jack.
Jack. I can't tell you who I voted for. That'd be against the rules.
Your straw poll thing is changing faster than mine.
I cannot type. Oh my days, I cannot type. There we go. People pretend to like him. Wow. Brendan is like, oh, Brendan, you're getting called out as a terrible
Right, hold
roller
on,
coaster
pause that.
manufacturer. Uh-oh. Brendan, Daniel Mold is having a go at you for banning Lad 5000, which is probably his alt account. Yeah, okay, it is his alt account, let's go. Where's the ban hammer at, Brendan? There we go. Problems
You're
or...
a little bit
Whoa!
pathetic, whoever,
Whoa.
whoever you are. It's like coming on this little channel and
Being an idiot.
with a bunch of alt accounts.
Yeah.
Wait, so when you ban someone, can they just not chat, or can they not see the video at all?
They can see the video, they just can't chat.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Alright, so I think we'll call it there. Brendan has been named the best mod for today, but we will do it next stream where Aaron could defend himself. Because I think this is a little unfair that Aaron did not get the chance to defend himself. But Brendan is currently stands as the best mod. So well done to Brendan. 10 out of 10. How do you feel, Brendan? Take that as
Pretty happy with myself, to be fair.
yeah, okay.
It's all my hard work banning people.
Brendan is like the ultimate. You can't find better. But you know, you'll be happy to know that the next
I'll
video
take it.
includes a big old segment of 1 minute on the ultimate, where I attempt to say nice things about it, but ultimately can't because it's terrible.
Wow. Ouch.
It is a bad ride, Robert. I'm afraid.
I haven't ridden it, but it sounds cool. It
No,
looks cool.
it doesn't
What?
look. It looks
No,
painful.
you're trolling.
It looks painful.
I'll try it
National
someday.
Whale.
Any
Number
roller
one.
coaster is a good
coaster
roller
builder.
coaster.
What is Goliath from Six Flags Over Georgia? Goliath is on the list, and it may or may not be produced in the future. As I said before, the schedule is very rough all the time. But yeah, if you add it to the list, there is a somewhat of a chance that it will be produced in the future. So I can't really explain what rides are next or when your chosen ride's going to be made a video on, but it'll get there. How can someone get to do the coaster quiz on your live stream? Maybe in the future we'll open up the coaster quiz to other people, but as of now it will just be friends and people that I know, I'm afraid. So we've already got someone lined up to verse Jack. Which will be interesting. Brendan, you know that's John. You there? You gone?
Who's John?
John is
Who's John?
John is gonna verse Jack in the live stream, in the quiz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Apparently, that's what he said. So
I think Jack will win that personally.
I think John's got a decent
advice.
chance.
Nah, I think no, because think about like what he's like in exams. He keeps changing his answers.
Yeah, but the thing is, Brendan,
Yeah.
right? Jack only scraped one, like just but with you, and I've been talking to John about this stuff for quite a lot longer than I've been talking to anyone else about it. And John's been to quite a lot of theme parks, so I think, oh no, Brendan, look, lad 6000.
Ultimate pathetic. Oh Jesus.
Oh.
I wonder who he is. Is he anyone we know?
I'm
Because
not
you have to have a bit of a personal grudge
Yeah,
to keep doing this.
yeah. When we have John on the stream, it will be interesting. Very interesting. So everyone in the chat, what is your favourite roller coaster that you've ever ridden? We'll ask that. And Brendan, yours is Helix, obviously.
Yeah.
Robert, what's yours?
I don't know if I want to say it. I don't want people to get mad at me, but I really like Magnum XL 200.
Okay. Mine has to be the Smiler for me. Let's see what the chat says. Fury 325. Nemesis is a very good one. X2, again, a very good ride. Intimidator 305.
Oh,
Very
you know
good
what?
choice.
Another good one is Cyclone at Lakeside. I never hear anybody talking about it, but it's an old wooden roller coaster in Colorado. It's great.
Very nice. X2 again. The Smiler. Well done, Tom. You're on my side. Wait, Tom, didn't you say earlier that it was stealth? Mate, you're lying to me. Pretty sure Tom said it was stealth before. Disappointing. Superman. Interesting. Shikra, again, interesting. I think people prefer coasters. You know, people have a different preference for coasters, don't they? They have different thrills. Some people like heights, some people like really quick thrills, some people like a lot of airtime. What's
Ooh, Apollo's Chariot. Apollo's Chariot. That's a great choice.
the ultimate Beano? Please, let's not joke. No, just no. Velocity. Yep, very good. So Rob, what do you think your thing is? What's so good about Magnum XL200?
Well, I like the cars, first of all. They're like these refrigerators that you ride in.
Yeah.
But it's one of the rides that it's just the lap bar and just the seatbelt. And it's, I mean, the current trend with roller coasters is to have as much constant change as possible. So, you know, when a roller coaster goes down on a drop, it's the track is either curving downwards or flattening back out. But on Magnum, like on the first drop, like it goes to 60 degrees down and then it just goes straight at that, like towards the ground. And so you really feel like you're falling. And plus you get the sense of speed, like you know that you're going fast, but then you go back up that second hill and it's like you slow down. And a lot of roller coasters I've been on, it's just kind of like speed, speed, speed. But that one, it reminds you that it's like, it's just physics and gravity that's like pulling you through the course. I just think it's well paced. So
Yeah,
that's it.
I suppose. About the angles thing, I don't know. I just think I think that's something that the big one suffers from, which is the angle of descent is very slow compared to other rides, and I personally think that just draws away from how good it could be. Just because the changes of angles is very slow and very just yeah. I'm not a fan of rides that seem to have a very low angle of descent and take ages to go from the top. Like from the first drop is extremely long due to their yeah. I'm just not a fan.
The funny thing about Magnum XL is that if you ride it in the front, you definitely just kind of hang over there and you just sit and wait. But I was riding in the back, and I think it's a 7-car train, and you haven't even started to slope down when the rest of the train kind of pulls you over. It's really fun because then you get thrown over the top of the hill first of all, but then when you're starting to go plunge down, you just go really faster. But I think at least just in terms of having too much happening at once, like I like the drop on Millennium Force, but it's just kind of continually going steeper and steeper, 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 and then you level back out. And so I kind of have an admiration for at least the older type of roller coaster that you just kind of see the ground getting closer to you, like you're just going straight for it. I just think is more thrilling.
Yeah.
But that's an opinion. So.
No, Brendan, what about you? You just like LSM launches?
No, I mean Helix. Most roller coasters I've been in have like a bit of a pause bit. And just like Helix is just like it's straight off. You don't have to go up the whole hill thing or whatever. And I just like that it's immediate and
coaster.
yeah. And despite like there's loads of people going to it, it's actually a pretty quick queue.
Good throughput. What is the throughput?
What else? And like I don't usually like launches because they hurt my head. But
you don't
but
like
the magnets. Yeah, the magnets on
you don't like accelerator
on Helix
coasters.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the other one at Sweden in Lisberg.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible.
So
Yeah.
the riders per
Yeah,
hour.
we watched the POV of it, didn't
Yeah.
we?
The riders per
It's
hour on
terrible.
Helix is 1,350. So it's decent, not bad. Not up to B&M standard, as it were, but Not bad. No, but yeah, so you like LAM and LSM launches, but I think I'm interested to see when you go to Alton Towers whether your opinion will change, because launch rides are obviously good. But if every ride was launched, it wouldn't give you the same effect, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's why they're not all launched. Then,
Yeah,
are they?
exactly. That's what I mean. So I'm quite interested for you to
I
ride.
didn't say they should all be launched. I
No.
just like that Helix is.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what your opinion on the rides are that aren't launched. That are actually good.
Well, like ones where in the middle you have to have a big old break and
Yeah.
get lifted up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ones
that
with 2
sounds
lift
fun.
hills,
Indeed.
and ones that have a very short ride time of like 6 seconds.
And ones where where there's multiple trains on the track at the same time, and then
A
if
lot of
someone
rides
makes
are like that. A lot of
then-
rides are like that, Brendan.
someone makes a bit of a mistake.
Brendan,
then,
if there's only one train on the track at a time, your throughput would be terrible. Let's be honest.
yeah.
I was just gonna ask, have any of you ridden cable launch, the hydraulic launch, like Tropical
yeah,
Dragster?
the accelerator
accelerators.
coasters. Yeah, I've been ridden to
Okay.
Rita at Alton Towers and Stealth at Thorpe Park. I like them because, I mean, they are incredibly rough at the start. The ones that I've been on, but I do,
Really?
yeah, I do like the launch. For me, roughness isn't too much of an issue. I don't really care if a coaster's not smooth. But other people, you know, it really does make a difference. But I do like the launches because they are very fast and very quick to accelerate, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean it's. I think the hydraulic cable launch is one of the fastest acceleration besides
Dodonpa.
the the air power,
Yeah, Dodonpa.
whatever. But I just got to go to Knott's Berry Farm on Saturday, and so that ride is just a blast in the back seat because it's 0 to 80 in like 2 seconds or less, which is
Yeah.
just incredible.
Insane.
So at least as far as launches go, that's what I prefer.
What have I been on at LAM launch? I'm unsure. Fury 325 or Millennium Force. I literally have no idea. Never ridden either of them. I have not been on a B&M hypercoaster, so I can't give you my opinion on that. I haven't really been on an Intamin hypercoaster either, so I can't really give you my opinion on that. So I'm not the guy to give out these opinions. What about you, Rob?
I've only ridden Millennium Force because I mean Fury 325 just opened last year, and it's on the other side of the states from me. But it looks cool. It looks like the layout of Fury 325 has a lot more packed into it. You know, just constant hills and twists and turns.
Yeah.
And so I think they're different types of rides because Millennium is just like going really fast. That's kind of its main attribute. It's not an intense ride. It's just the speed and the big overbank turns that kind of soar through. And so Fury 325 is like, looks more like riding a Bronco or something that's trying to throw you off of it, you know? But can't say because I haven't ridden it.
Yeah. It looks very good though.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
And that's one that I want to ride. But there's a lot of fun coasters that I'd love to ride in the future. But, you know, I'll get there. No, Stealth is. I'm not classing that as an Intamin hyper coaster. I mean, you know, one that goes up and down, up and down, up and down, turns around, up and down, up and down, up and down. Stealth just goes up and down, and that's it. It's not really, excluding accelerator coasters. Is anyone familiar in the chat with theme park? What is it? TPC. I don't know what TPC. Such a B&M fanboy and hasn't been on a hyper. Unfortunately, there's no hyper coasters from B&M in the UK, so rip me.
Yeah, we have to be all safe though, don't we? We can't have all those big coasters here.
Well,
in
no,
the
it's
UK.
not about safety, is it? Let's be honest. It's nowhere near about safety.
No, they're just trying to keep us safe.
No, that's not the reason at all.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Nice.
Like in the parliament, they have like a roller coaster safety
Yeah.
committee, and
They
like
just-
the limit is 150 height.
No, there's ones that are 200 feet.
Okay.
It's just above 210. That's out of line. No higher. You can't build higher than that. No, it's just because I just don't think that. I mean, I don't know why they haven't built one. I think mainly it is laws on how high rides can be really come into force at places like Alton Towers, and even I think Thorpe's even got height limits. So being a hypercoaster is just sometimes too big, especially for these parks. We don't really have a lot of space. There's not a lot of space for them to build and expand, and being a hypercoasters are often quite lengthy and long layouts. So I'd love to see a B&M hypercoaster, definitely. I'd love to ride on it. I'd love to ride an Intamin hypercoaster as well. Venom, I thought you were going. Sorry, what's that, Robert?
No, I was just saying I don't know if I've ever been on an Intamin hypercoaster besides the launched ones, because I mean I've been on a Giga coaster, but I've never done like Superman Ride of Steel or whatever it is in the States.
Yeah. No, I what's your opinion on accelerator coasters in general? Like Accelerator at Not to Be From.
Well, I think the main attraction is the launch. I mean, the rest of the layout is kind of an afterthought, but it's worth it because it's just those 2 or 3 seconds. It just feels like it's the fastest that you've ever gone. And your mind, it's weird how your mind just kind of like skips through it. Like it's just for a second, you're not even sure. I mean, like you're moving, but it's just hard to process or like remember it. And so then the rest of the layout is just kind of like, all right, well, let's let off some steam and just wave at everyone in line and laugh at them. But I think launch coasters in general, like I think you should just have one launch. Like I've ridden Maverick, and that's cool that's got 2 launches, but it just kind of kills the vibe a little bit of just momentum. Is like it feels more like you're on a computer controlled ride instead of an out of control gravity ride. And so when you have a lot of the slowing down and stopping or speeding back up again, it kind of doesn't feel like a classic roller coaster. And so I think you could definitely overdo it with the launch, and that's why my favorite launch coasters are the one at the beginning.
Yeah.
Especially the really fast ones are just terrific. But I heard this story about Top Thrill Dragster that this guy at a nursing home, he had I think flown jets or something in a war. I'm not sure which one, but he went to Cedar Point to ride Top Thrill Dragster because it reminded him of taking off of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah. Quick.
It was like this 90-year-old guy going to ride it, and like he couldn't convince anybody else to ride it with him from the nursing home, unfortunately. But one more note about launch coasters is California's screaming at Disneyland. Like I had a Disneyland pass for 2 years, and I just went all the time. But that's such a funky ride because you've got the launch at the beginning, but then you've got like the second hill it's not a launch, but it's the motors pulling you up the hill.
Is it tires or is it?
It's not tires. It's electric. Yeah.
What the LAM launch still? Just a slow version.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just taking you up at 10 or 15 miles an hour, or whatever it is.
What, same kind of like Maverick?
Yeah. Well, Maverick's second launch is actually really fast. It's like 80 miles an hour.
The first one is
Oh yeah, the lift.
Yeah, the lift is a launch technically.
Yeah, you do go pretty fast on that up that hill. Actually, I mean, it takes you up real quick. But I do like the suspense that chain lifts have, because one of the rules, at least I went to film school, and so one of the rules you learn about movie making is that if you just have nonstop excitement the whole time, then none of it really stands out as much. But if you watch, some old famous classic movies like Psycho or like Lawrence of Arabia, you'll have long periods of maybe 5 or 6 minutes where nothing's really happening or someone's just sitting around. but then something happens and it's more exciting because you waited for it. And so to just like have a roller coaster chuck people through one thing to another is just kind of like, I don't know if I like that, but I do like the launch coasters like Accelerated because you have the anticipation. Like before the launch is almost the most exciting part of the ride, just the very beginning where the car just rolls back to catch onto the cable. I think that's super exciting. It's like nothing's even happened, but you're just anticipating the launch, and it's like that's the most nervous that I'll get on a roller coaster is like right there. So they're cool.
They are. Can we have our toaster picture back? Brendan, the chat's went downhill, has it not?
A little bit, yeah.
It is just that one guy.
You mentioned Psycho, the film, earlier, and I remember I watched that. I think it was for drama. You had to look at like how films used to be made versus now, and and there's a bit where like that guy falls down the stairs or something, and he's basically just like waving his arms in the air, and then behind him there's like a there's like a backdrop of going downstairs, and it's clearly not him.
Yeah, the rear
it's
projection.
Just, yeah. It's so good. I mean, I imagine at the time that was probably, considered great, but wow.
Yeah, well, it's like it's the same thing. I think back then, even people who had watched a lot of movies probably saw them and be like, "Oh, there's that rear projection again." Sort of like people will call out green screen or CGI nowadays. Because we watched that with my class in high school, and everyone kind of laughed at that part because he's waving his arms and he's like.
Yeah.
But I was just surprised that like that movie's 50 years old, but people still scream like in fear at other.
The shower scene is really, really well done because obviously they couldn't do any special effects for the stabbing or whatever, so they just had to like make the camera go around and stuff, and then like the woman falls over, and it looks real, sort of.
Yeah,
So,
well, the interesting thing about that is you never actually see her get cut. It's just all editing of the knife moving, and then it cuts to her screaming, and it's like, whoa, like that's smart, well done.
it's a very well done film, especially for like what they had at the time. But there are moments like the staircase bit, it shows its age.
Yeah, definitely. But the funny thing about that shower scene is if you watch the movie and you get out a stopwatch, and pretty much the 5 or 6 minutes before that, nothing's happening. Like they're like eating dinner, and then the girl's like getting dressed or getting ready, and then and then it makes it all the more shocking just because it just feels like it comes out of nowhere.
And because you kind of think that she's the main character or something as well, because it starts there, and then it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's not happening.
I guess we're in a different movie now.
Yeah.
Different story.
And that twist as well. I'm not going to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
It's a very odd film, Brendan. I think if people want to watch it, they've had their chance.
Yeah.
No, you got to give them a chance because it's like like if
yeah, because like
Brendan.
a lot of people won't have seen it, obviously.
Even if you do know like some of the twists, like if you watch that movie, it's still like at least watching the first time, like I knew about scenes in it, but still trying to tie it all together is really fun.
Yeah. I jumped out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I said movie distraction.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. The stream is just whatever. There's no
We
say.
specialize in just like going off on tangents
Yeah,
in these streams.
that is the point. Tangents are the best. Anyway, a point that I wanted to raise up was, now that there is limited or usually no editing in this stream, I can't call it an editing stream anymore. So what name are we going to call the live streams? What are they going to be called every time? Like, people have like for example, Theme Park Worldwide has the show, where it has the theme. We need a name for this live stream. What is it going to be called?
Someone's gonna say Coasterbot in the comments. I know they are, but Coasterbot, Coasterbot hangout, Coasterbot chill out, chit chat. That's good.
Just roller coaster chit chat. Is that what it's going to be called? Or just chit chat? Anyway, Brendan, Bino asks, where can I get hashtag best mod toaster mic? He wants to know where you can get your mic from.
Okay. Yeah, just walk around in a city centre for a bit, then go into some technology store, be like, oh, this is the cheapest mic, and then buy it.
Yeah, so beginner, what you do is you go into Poundland, right, and then you look for mics, and then you buy a mic.
It wasn't Poundland. It was a bit more expensive.
Right, you go to Poundland, and then you go buy a mic. Anyway, yeah, awful mic. But what is the stream going to be called?
You could call it Coaster instead of Conversations, Coasterzations. Nope.
That's actually
Tried.
pretty good.
Coaster what?
Coasterzations. I typed it.
That's so awkward to say. Oh, coasterzations. Call it Coasterbot, the story of his amazingness. Livestream - live lounge with insert here. Live lounge. Coasterbot live lounge. Coaster buddies. That sounds weird. Good to hear, Venom.
I can only think of bad ones.
Yeah. What about you, Brendan? What's your idea?
I don't know. I'll just say chit chat plus Q&A, and
As it is what now? Actually, it's live stream
yeah.
plus Q&A.
Yeah.
The stream. Just simple
The
enough.
stream. The meme.
Coaster Lounge. The Coasterbot Coaster Lounge. We hate theme park review live. I like that. That is good. That is good.
Oh, wow, that was so funny when we had Coaster Studios
Oh,
on,
yeah.
and then you refused to say anything about theme park review.
Fair enough, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand why. But...
Robert, what's your opinion on theme park review?
I think I've said this in the chat before, but I know he's really harsh on people online, but I do love the live events that Theme Park Review has put on. And I went to what was it, West Coast Bash. I've gone to that 2 years in a row, and that's just super awesome and cool behind the scenes tours and stuff. So that's my opinion.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What's your opinion? I can't do it in your accent.
Try again.
What's your opinion? No, that's oh man.
That's great.
What is the ultimate?
that will never be made. Don't worry. That is a video that will never be made. There will not be a standalone video on the ultimate ever.
You just got to do it where it's like, what is the ultimate? Honestly, I don't know. And then the video ends.
April
Don't
Fools.
know.
West Midlands Safari Park explained.
We're not doing that either. Oh, that'd be like 2 minutes long. Oh my days, that's awful. The best one I've seen so far, well, the name that I like the best so far is Coaster Lounge, but like Coasterbot
that
Coaster
too.
Lounge,
That's good.
or Coasterbot's Coaster Lounge, something like that. I like that. Because what we do is we just get, well, as of 2 live streams, we have guests on, don't we? We have we've had you and Taylor, of course. Hoping to get more people
Right.
on. Hoping to get Taylor back. Hoping to get you back, Robert, if you'd like to come back at a future time.
I'd love to.
But yeah, maybe we can even have 2 guests on at some point. I don't know. But yeah,
Whoa. Just chaos. We have all 3 mods. And
yeah, just
and
anarchy. The ultimate
Crazy
stream.
bot.
The ultimate stream. I like that. Oh man. Anyway, also, I mean, we've had several guests on. We've had 2 guests on. But chat, who would you like to see on this stream in the future? Because it is, as Tralfi's just said, it is a talk show. Essentially, that's all it is. It's a talk show where now you look at my face and we get nothing done. Whereas before, it just used to be you listen to me while I edit. But it's evolved and it will continue to evolve. But yeah, who would you like to see on the live streams in the future? whether it's someone very popular or someone that likes coasters a lot, leave a comment and I will think about it. Theme park worldwide, that's a good one, Brendan. That's a good one, isn't it? Theme park worldwide.
Yeah, sort of.
No, Rob,
Rob.
no, okay. I don't think Rob will want to come on this. I think he's a bit too mainstream for that.
Oh, hipster Harry.
Venomous Ruler, I will have Taylor on again. He will be on in the future, definitely. Sean again, yeah, Sean for the theme park worldwide. Sean's a popular one. I think you should get other YouTubers on, or just anyone you could have a chat with. Yeah, Trowfit, it's just, I want to know specifics, who? Yeah, Rob would just ban everyone. Rob would be like Brendan, just worse. Seems like Sean is, can we have Coasterbot? He has a cool channel. Coasterbotception. Time is it? 1:45, right. You know what I can't believe? I can't believe I haven't plugged the t-shirts yet. And we've had a whole stream. And I haven't even plugged it. It's crazy. Oh my god. Bino, you want Trophy on? Other toy roller coaster channels like Scott Adam Smith and Race Grooves. I've never heard of those, Robert.
Oh, well, Scott Adam Smith does all marble tracks, and he's from Australia. I've never actually talked to him in person, but I don't know if he's a roller coaster enthusiast. But then Race Grooves does a bunch of Hot Wheels tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'll have to have a look at the channels.
What?
I'll have to have a look at their channels and see.
Yeah. I mean, Race Grooves posts a lot. Like, he posts, like, every few days or every day or so. But Scott Adam Smith is kind of like me, where, like, maybe once a month he'll upload something.
Yeah. So, Venom says he'd love to see Sean and some of the Theme Park Worldwide vlog stars on. I could message Sean and send him a cheeky message. I don't know if he would like to be on. Unfortunately, me and Sean have had issues in the past. So I don't know how willing he would be to join a stream. But
then again, you and Taylor had a bit of an issue.
Yeah, but Taylor didn't care. Taylor said it was A-okay from the start. So Taylor was he was good about it. Taylor was nice. Simon from the Yogscast, again, I think he's way out of the league. I don't think he'd be interested to talk about roller coasters.
No, I think there's some Yogscast people.
Who'd want to be on here with 20 people
but
watching?
Like, one of the smaller ones, because there's loads of Yogscast people.
Why don't you get the ultimate?
Yeah,
why people will not let this go? Sorry.
No, they don't. It's just it's a running joke now.
Wow.
It's just that I dislike the ultimate.
If someone could take a toaster on the ultimate and videotape that would be the ultimate.
Yeah, please do that.
meme.
Please literally take a toaster on the ultimate. Take a selfie with the toaster on the ultimate. Send it to me. Retweet, I'll retweet it.
The universe will collapse.
Bino rocks, you'd like to see Tralfie do the quiz. The thing is, Tralfie actually dislikes roller coasters, and yeah, he doesn't like them. So that would be a bit of a problem, as he would know nothing.
We should do testimonials for getting over roller coaster fears, of like how people got over their fear.
Yes, I like that. Have a section of the show. Have a section of the Coasterbot Coaster Lounge, sorry, where we talk about people who have got over their fears.
That'd be good. And then people could type the stories in the chat, and then you'd read them back in an epic voice or something.
Venom, me and Sean had some disputes about content, which happened to Taylor. Me and Taylor had disputes about content, except Taylor was very nice, and he let it go. very easily. But I will message Sean maybe at some time in the future, asking whether he'd like to come on the live stream at some point. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. Not a Coaster fan, more of a Toaster fan. Maybe I can get some therapy from Coasterbot in the live stream. Tralfie, you can. Yep, that's fine. What are your 10 top coasters, or do 5 top steel and 5 wooden? All of the wooden roller coasters I've been on are awful, so I do not have a top list for wooden coasters. My top 10 coasters, I've never really thought of a list. I mean, have you, Robert, thought of a top 10 list that you have in your back of your mind all the time?
I wrote it down a long time ago, but I don't have it. I mean, I love all the rides at Cedar Point, obviously, but it's just hard to kind of rank them because each coaster is different, But as far as wooden coasters go, I really love the Beast at Kings Island. Did you ever read that article about the Beast?
No, I still haven't got around to it. It is a long article.
Oh.
It is long.
It is. Well, just yeah, I guess.
I need to sit down. I will sit down. I'll watch the aerodynamics thing, and I'll read the article. And I'll do all these things.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah, the website, for anyone else in the chat wondering, is called Roller Coaster Philosophy, and this guy writes articles about like the psychology behind big roller coasters and stuff. But as far as wooden coasters go, I really love Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm. Is a blast. Like, it's just incredibly shaky but super fun. And then Cyclone at Lakeside, and let's see what else. I do like Mean Streak. Everyone hates on that, but it's just a big roller coaster, just keeps going, and that's a lot of fun. And Grizzly at King's Dominion. That's a fun ride too. There you have it.
Tom, I'm unsure why Sean hates flying coasters. I don't know. Ask Sean. That's not my thing. Mako Madness, Dan. Yeah, I've seen Mako Madness create a few videos. I haven't really been keeping up with his channel though. I don't know whether you have, Rob. You heard of Mako Madness?
No, I'm gonna look him up right now.
Yeah. He I've only really seen his update videos about the production of the Hulk and stuff like that. It just seems like he makes a lot of update videos. That's all.
Yeah, it looks like it. Is his whole channel named after Mako? That's the new ride at SeaWorld, right?
Yeah, it is. So it is just update. It is literally updates about. Well, he's expanded. It used to just be Cobra's Curse, Hulk, and Mako, but now it seems like
he's got Star Wars Land too.
Yeah, he's started to expand. Make sure that you can't get wiped out. Dan is awesome. Tim Tracker, don't know who that is. You'd like to see Jamie Butler on? Okay. Yeah, I've seen Jamie Butler does his own little streams every so often, doesn't he? Where he. There's the link. Do you want me to put that in the chat? I'll put that in the chat.
Okay. Oh, can you put links in the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
You do it if you want.
Well, I don't think it's going to let me. It's a URL.
Right. So that is the roller coaster philosophy thing that Robert was talking about a minute ago. Yeah, Jamie Butler also makes also does a live stream most often. Voice TV. that is a thing. That is an actual thing. Theme Park Callum. You should cross stream. Oh no. That's bad. Okay. Tom Freeston, Sandbook Production is just Theme Park Worldwide now. You'd like to see John Wardley on, would you, Brendan? Brendan, if you said John...
If we plan in advance and stuff, then we could actually do a pretty informative interview.
Brendan, if you email John Wardley, tell him to come on, right? And if you get him on, I'll give you a pay rise. 100% pay rise.
From 0 to 0.
Yeah. I'll give you a free t-shirt. How's that? Just
Fair
send
enough.
send John Wardy a cheeky email.
Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, it could work. I doubt it'd work. Yeah, no, I think John Ward is a bit busy for us, Brendan. Especially, yeah, it's just a bit too busy for us. I'd love to have him on. I mean, I'm sure everyone has a load of questions for him. But yeah, no, he's a very busy guy. 34, very nice. Yeah,
I think I'm at like 100.
Wow, what different coasters? Yeah,
Yeah, 100
Yeah,
different
unique.
coasters.
nice, really good. I haven't really keeping track. I need to
Yeah, me
update mine.
Either. I gotta update mine too. Well, not update, but like double check it or something.
Yeah, validate. Anyone can coast for us. Wait there.
Hey, while people are still talking about roller coaster designers, I got a book about Werner Stengel. There was like a roller coaster book
All right.
that was way out of print, but I found a copy on Amazon and I bought it. But the whole thing's in German.
Oh wow.
But it's really cool because it has like detailed diagrams from a bunch of different rides. Because I guess Werner Stengel worked with, what was his name, Anton Schwarzkopf. How do you say Schwarzkopf?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Don't know how to say that. Yeah. But if as soon as I learn German, I'd love to read it.
You need to get like an app that automatically translates it.
Oh, yeah.
With the camera. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But there's also
I
a
actually
lot of
want to
words.
want to learn German in my gap year, so you can just send it to me, and then I'll make an audiobook of it in English.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
It'll take like a year, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like a couple hundred pages, so good luck.
Yeah, nice doing that.
Yeah.
Alex Crump. Tom, I'd love to get Alex Crump on. Lee would. Okay, everyone in the chat, right? If you want people to come on this live stream, right, you send them an email and go, I'd like you to be on Coasterbot's live stream, right? You ask them. If they said they'd consider it, I'll email them. But you got to tell me. So it's your responsibility to get people to accept to be on the live stream, right? And then once they're on the live stream, I'll give you a very good thanks for getting them on. Because all the people that you've suggested, I'd love to have on the live stream. I'd love to have anyone on the live stream, because anyone who's interested in rides or make their own ride videos, yeah, great. It's just literally persuading them to. Tom, you've already, yeah. And it's just persuading people to come on. I mean, I don't know how I got Robert to come on. I just got lucky, I guess.
Well, you emailed me, you contacted me, so
Yeah.
that.
But you're just
Took the initiative.
you're just a nice guy. Not everyone's as open as you or Taylor is to that kind of thing, are they?
I don't know. I mean, it's fun for me just because I've been tuning in anyway, so it's like
That's what I mean.
I knew who you
Yeah.
were.
You've been tuning in. It's different. Whereas all these names that people are suggesting haven't really been tuning in, have they? And I don't expect them to be as open about it as you were, or as nice as you were about it. I don't know. Donald Trump, that's a good one. I'm sure Brendan would have loads of questions for Donald Trump.
Yay. How high is the wall going to be, Mr. Trump?
They should put oh wait, no, someone already made that joke that they should put a roller coaster down the whole wall or something.
Today.
Oh.
Someone in the chat was saying something like that.
I'm surprised. What's his name? Brendan?
Yeah.
Our old friend, really old friend.
Hmm?
What's his name? William?
Yeah, Will.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
he
that.
didn't turn up.
Yeah, no, he hasn't turned up. He's got annoyed that he got banned so much.
I'm pretty sad.
Rip.
Who you voting for, Robert, in the election?
Oh yeah, Rob, you get to vote.
Who? I do get to vote, and it's terrifying. This is the first election I've gotten to vote for, and oh geez, I don't know. Like if Donald Trump is on the ballot, I'm sorry, but I'm voting for whoever's going against him. So just because I don't want America to like burn down, you know.
Well, it's
So-
already going to, so you might as well just like make it funny along the way.
Oh, thanks. Well, you guys have been around longer, so I feel like you guys have to go down first. You know.
Yeah, we're more due for it.
What?
Like we're more due to fall
Yeah,
apart.
I guess so. You know.
Yeah, so it looks like you're going to end up voting for Hillary Clinton.
Maybe. I don't know. I was hoping that there was John Kasich was the governor of Ohio, but unfortunately he just doesn't have enough support to be a major contender. Because
Yeah,
like it's
he-
like all the
He was
all
the
the
least crazy Republican, wasn't he?
yeah, he got the least amount of publicity because everyone else is just yelling and screaming all the time. So
And I know I watched some of the Republican debates, and it was just like it was Trump, Cruz, and Rubio all just like attacking each other constantly. Occasionally
It might-
I went to take Dick, and then he just gave like a boring answer, you know, which was kind of decent. And then like the rest of them just like started insulting each other and whatever. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's
And then
it's
Then there's Ben
ridiculous.
Carson, who's just like always high.
well, he's out. He dropped out.
Yeah, he is out
Oh.
now, isn't he?
Don't have to worry about him anymore. Yeah, it's just been weird. I mean, it's weird every year. Like everyone's like, this is the worst election season ever. But it's like, 4 years ago was also weird. So it's we're getting into the season now where people are actually serious, and it's not just like who can make the most noise. I hope we're getting there. I don't know.
Oh, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah, I mean, I just, there's a lot of emphasis on whoever's president, but at the same time, it's not like, I mean, they're in charge of a lot of things, but there's still the rest of government that they've got to work with, the
Yeah.
checks and balances and everything. So I'm not incredibly concerned, but a little bit, yeah.
Fair enough.
What's going on in the comments? The
People talking
manufacturer-
about I don't know, anything. It seems like the comments just talking about politics at the moment. Adam says he watches US politics but doesn't know anything about UK politics. Well,
UK politics, the Parliament used to be so fun.
Yeah.
Like they so much banter, but now Jeremy Corbyn's just so dry. So kind of ruined it.
should have gotten a rhino coaster, definitely. If you don't have a rhino coaster, you're not even doing it right. Let's be honest.
What is a rhino coaster? I don't even know what that is.
Type in Google West Midlands Safari Park and have a look at it. It's a really, really top-notch theme park. It's like Walt Disney. It's like
Whoa.
Disney was, really. It's Disney World
Oh
of
my
animals.
gosh. You ride on a rhino. That's incredible.
Literally, yeah, literally on the rhino. It's that well themed that it could be a rhino. It's that well themed.
Wow, I mean, that doesn't get much closer to a real safari experience than that.
No, it doesn't.
Why do people bring this roller coaster up?
Oh, it's just because we've mentioned it before. That's all.
Okay. I'm getting a handle on the Coasterbot inside jokes. I'm trying.
Yeah.
West Midlands Safari Park is technically our local park, but
Yeah, but you could say
But-
Drayton Manor's our local park.
yeah, I'd say Drayton or Alton is really yeah.
Yeah, so we've got several running jokes. Like West Midlands Safari Park. We've got Chesterfield Wild Adventures now. We've got Coasterbot. What else have we got? What else?
Ultimate.
Oh yeah, the ultimate. That's a big one. Yeah, we've got quite a few now. I mean, there's should have got on a toaster. Yeah, high quality toasters. But yeah, we've had a lot of streams now. We've had loads of streams. I'm sure Brendan's probably been on 5 or 6 streams now. Very busy. New series, drama alert, Coasterbot versus Team Pot Worldwide. Tom, me and Coaster Studios have a very good relationship. There's no problems. There would not be a drama alert about us. Hi, Venom. What is Coasterbot? Coasterbot is awesome. I like that. That should be the next video.
Oh, I wanted to ask. We were talking about beforehand to ask if people like in roller coaster videos if they like the one take or if they like the edits.
Yeah. So when you watch, off-ride footage of roller coasters, do you like people to have one fluid video where they literally just track the train as they go around, and there's no cuts, there's no stops. It's just from chain to brakes, it's just one run? Or do you like people having more dynamic footage where there is cuts between and there's different angles? Which do people prefer? Which one do you prefer, Brendan? He's gone. He's dead.
Oh, because I was saying also before that like you have the edit and you have the long take, but then you also have the onboard perspective.
Yeah, I think that's an entirely different thing though sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Compared
so if
to
you're
those
just trying
two.
to show a roller coaster working from off ride, then it's definitely a question of edit or not. So we got 3 for cuts and 1 for continuous.
Solid flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say edits definitely.
Yeah, I just have to be really careful about, like you said, making it clear how it's all fitting together. Because I used to do, like, if you watch that video, the toy marble run or whatever, that was just all static shots of my camera on the tripod.
Right.
And so in the future, if I did do multiple takes, I'd like to do I'd like to do more takes where it's the camera is moving and then maybe there's a stack shot and then another moving shot, and so you kind of mix them all together, so it's not just a locked in telephoto lens.
Maybe you could do some like more wider angle shots, so you do give more of a perspective of where the ball's been. You see what I mean? Like include very close up ones, but then a more broader one that shows more of the track, then go back down to normal, just to like refresh people what the layout's been. Maybe I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, well, that's actually an interesting thing that I learned from reading this book about Alfred Hitchcock. Is he said that in movie editing, say that there's like a motorcycle crash, sometimes you have to kind of like freeze time or rewind time in your edit, because if you cut to a new angle, you have to remind the audience of where it's been, so it's not disjointed. So you'll have a shot of, say, the motorcycle hitting something, and then you cut to like the person flying off the motorcycle, and then you cut to someone who's watching on the street and their head turns and they see it and they scream, and then someone else turns their head and screams. So you've stretched this 1 second incident over 15 seconds, but it still works surprisingly. It's kind of one of those magic things about editing, I guess. So it'd be good to do that. You're right.
Tom, I used to have Connect roller coasters. Used to build all those Connect coasters. They're great.
Yeah, we've got some videos on our channel of the mini rails. I haven't done any videos with the old school tubular rails, but we like messing around with those.
The motion guy is plugging himself, as you do. While we're at it, I'm gonna plug t-shirts. So oh wait, I have to have a look. If you want to get your own Coasterbot t-shirt, I mean, it's pretty swanky. It's a pretty swanky t-shirt. It has Coasterbot written on it. Go ahead. Links in the description. Go and buy your own Coasterbot t-shirt. Be the man Brendan couldn't be, and buy one. Support the channel.
Oh yeah, that's another inside joke. Hashtag sell out. Can't forget that.
Everyone loves hashtag sell out there. Owen, if you love the shirt, buy one. Problem solved. Easy solution. I want to see my toaster again. All right, Venom. Here's your toaster for 1 second. 1 second of toaster time. All right. 1. It's gone. You saw it. It's gone. It was really quick. Just getting all those links there.
All the hashtags.
All the hashtags. My ad block is broken. Make a shirt with a toaster on it. Hashtag sell out. Hashtag. Okay. Oh wow. I think that'd be a pretty great t-shirt, just a big old toaster.
on roller coaster tracks.
What, like it's the train?
Yeah, exactly. My cousin and I, when we first started making marble tracks, like we got a set in 2004, and we didn't get the YouTube channel until 2010. So we always just came up with these really stupid names for our tracks. Like we had the Scooby-Doo Ghoster Coaster, but then we call it like the Roaster Coaster, or just dumb
Yeah.
stuff. I think we did have a Toaster Coaster at one point, just because it rhymes. Can't escape that.
Yeah.
Not that anyone needed to know that, but now you know.
We do. Okay, what time? Okay, it's 10 past. I think we'll probably wind it down here, boys and girls and people watching the stream. I apologise for the technical issues at the start of the stream that caused 20 minutes of confusion. Hopefully that won't happen next time. I'm pretty sure that was YouTube being a pain in the butt, but we'll see. Venom, the links to all of the t-shirts can be found below. I'll send them. There you go, Venom. Plug in t-shirts like a boss. But anyway,
that's official.
Yep. Yeah, so we're gonna go. So big thanks to Robert for being here and staying for 2 hours and 10 minutes, wasting 2 hours and 10 minutes of his time to talk about roller coasters, politics, and a bit of things on the side.
That was
And
terrific.
filmmaking.
Thank you for having me.
That's right. Hopefully,
Yeah, film lesson. We all got a film lesson on the side.
hopefully we'll see Robert in the future. If he wants to come back, I don't know.
I'd love to be back. Yeah. Well, and are you doing a live stream in 2 weeks, anyways, that I can tune into?
Yeah, definitely 2 weeks. I'll try and get a new special guest on next time. We'll see how that goes. But thanks to Brendan for modding. Apparently the best mod, the only mod. Not really. There are other mods.
Yeah, I know.
So thanks to Brendan. Thanks to Aaron for also modding earlier and being here earlier. And thanks for you guys for watching this stream. Thanks for participating. Thanks for asking the questions. And hopefully we'll see you all next time. So that's been it.
Need to shout out the funny squid.
So the funny squid, great guy, I've heard. Venom, great guy as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. That's been me, Robert, and Brendan, and we'll see you next time.